Testing 1 2 3 4. Testing 1 2 3 4. Testing 1 2 3 4. We're going live in about, we'll start our first segment of why a DJ costs so much and the behind the scenes of what it takes for us to get ready for a wedding, which is our big gigs that we do. We're going to start talking about that in about 2 minutes. So just bear with me and we'll get going. All right, we're gonna get started. I know you guys can go back and look at what from the very beginning to where we end. Okay, first of all, I'm Chris with Local Boys Entertainment. We are mobile DJ services. We service all of Oklahoma. We have gone up into the southern part of Kansas, and so for right now, what we're going to do is like I said earlier, welcome to part 1 of behind the scenes of getting ready for a gig. Also, we're going to talk about why a DJ costs so much. So, when you're looking for a DJ, what's the first thing that you're doing? You're looking through either Facebook or any kind of other trends. You may be on weddings.com. You may look in Yellow Pages. You get online. Number one thing you're going to get online, and you're going to look where your closest DJs might be at. So you're looking through there, and say you find Local Boys Entertainment. Next thing you do, you contact us. And from the very beginning of when you contact me or my partner, we look at what is your needs, what is the stuff that you want. We make sure that everything is right there. I'll grab out my contracts. I will get your names and all your general information on what your stuff is. This is a wedding contract. We start kind of going over that stuff. Then you ask, and I find out just some general information, and, then your next question is, well, what's this going to charge me? Or what's this going to cost me? Sorry. It depends on what kind of event it is. Like a wedding, I'm sorry, I'm not going to say exactly what the pricing is, just for, so it doesn't get leaked out and people try to lowball us and all that kind of deal. But I will give you an example. Say you call me and you want a wedding, and your wedding is in Woodward. Remember, this price that I'm giving is not the actual price of what we charge. and you say, okay, I need a wedding and the reception, or the ceremony and the reception. So I look into it, and I say, okay, so it's in Woodward. You are about an hour away from me. Okay, so this is what our travel is. This is what our booking fee is of $50. I'll say that part of it. And then I'll say, okay, so the grand total of that's going to be $850. And you're like, wow, that's pretty steep. Well, this is the segment of why we charge what we charge. You guys, a lot of people don't understand why a DJ charges that much and what it takes for us to get ready for each gig. So you contact me, we go over that, say we do agree on the price. Okay. Then we go into step 2. Step 2 is meeting with everybody. They're in Woodward. Okay, so I'm going to take an hour drive, and I'm going to drive to Woodward, and I'm going to sit down anywhere from 30 minutes to 2.5 hours of going through the contract, finding out what, all of your general information again. And then I'll ask you about what stuff you'd like your DJ to do, what kind of music you like, what's your favorite songs, and stuff like that. And then we have a lot of fun stuff that we do. I get this contract done. I drive back an hour to my house, and I grab the contract. This wedding may not be until 3 or 4 months down the road. I grab the contract, and I look at the contract, and I start going through this stuff. I'll spend anywhere from 2 to 3 hours on that. And this is not realistic. This is realistic. This is not, thrown out of proportion or anything like that. I make sure that you get everything that you want. So I go to your music list, and I see, okay, so for your ceremony, you're wanting all these songs. Remember, on a ceremony, each song is played at a certain time. So I've got to go into my files, into my program that I DJ with, and I have to find every single one of them songs. Oh yeah? You like your hat, huh? But anyways, so my program's got over 10,000 songs on it. So I've got to go through and I've got to find each and every one of them songs. Then I have to go in and I have to create crates or files. And in each one of them files there, like the first one, I'll put ceremonies. Put down your guest seating music. And that guest seating music could be 5 songs, it could be 25 songs. And I've got to figure out what kind of I've got to, I'm trying to read what you're actually writing there. But anyways, you can, what it would be is, like I said, 25 songs or so. Well, you're going to say, okay, I want a country love music. Okay, do you want just instrumental? Do you want with vocals? What do you actually want? So they say, okay, I would like vocals. Okay, so I've got to go through and actually find each and every one of those songs, and I've got to put it in that crate. Next thing is the groom and the groomsmen having their own music when they come in? Okay. Well, if you say no, okay, well, that's a little easier. Then I go to bridal party, okay? So what is your bridesmaids and your maid of honor going to come into? They give me that song. So I've got to go into my program, and I've got to find that song. If I don't have that song, I've got to go in and I have to go to my other program and actually get that song. Move it over to my DJ software. Put it into a crate. Each one of these things, from, I don't know if you can see that, from guest seating all the way down, your sand ceremony, your exiting, all that stuff, is in a certain crate. That is so, and it's in a certain order, and exactly in that order there. That is so whenever it is time for your ceremony, we are ready to go, and we don't have to worry about thumbing through trying to find your next song. It's ready to go. It's right there. We move it over. We hit play. Boom. Okay? Now, I did have an incident where it didn't work at one time. And as a DJ, you have to be able to know what to do to get that going. Then we go into after the ceremony. What do you do after the ceremony? Okay? Reception. Alright? Do you want to be introduced into your reception? Do you want music as you guys are entering into the reception? What kind of music do you want for your dinner, if you're having a dinner? What kind of music do you want for your actual reception and your dance? I will tell you this. I spend anywhere, and I say I, and I've got helpers, and which is greatly appreciated. It can be anywhere from 20 to 30 to 40 hours that we just put into making sure your music's right. Make sure that things are exactly the way that they need to be. And after we get all that stuff put in crates, again, we'll put them all in crates. Yes, you are one of my helpers, and I greatly appreciate it. You put them all in crates again, as your reception. Then you have your entering music. Then you have your dinner music, your bouquet toss, your garter toss. All that stuff is all in crates. Then at the very end, you're going to have your dance music. Well, they're going to give you very few songs to be able to choose from. Like, for example, on the contract, it says, what is your top 5 slow songs? What is your top 5 party songs? What's your 5 favorite songs? And then what would you like your song, the very end of the night, what song would you like played? And then also we go into what song you do not want played, what music you do not want played, what kind of language is allowed at your reception. So this is everything that we have to think about and that we have to know. Now, say you have someone come to you and say, all right, my reception is going to be laid back, you're going to be cool, play whatever you want. I will be honest with you, that is going to be the easiest to find music for and everything else. Now, if someone comes up and says, all right, I absolutely do not want any cussing whatsoever, I do not want any kind of sexual or anything like that, that will take time to be able to find. And that's where the hours come into. And when I'm saying we spend hours, it's from, like I said, from the time that I meet with a person all the way until the time that your event is done. There is so many hours that we put into getting ready for an event. Letitia mentioned about our icebreakers. We go over all of our icebreakers. We tell them what our icebreakers are, how they work, and all that kind of stuff. Thank you, Letitia, for reminding me on that. And then we also, like I said earlier, we do games. We have fun. We do a garter auction. We do dollar dances. And then we also play the newlywed game. And that will be explained everything to you at your sit-down consultation time. I will contact that person. And I will say this, and I may be off just a little bit, but I did a wedding last weekend. And it was a last-minute wedding. So I think I had a little over 6 days to get ready for this. By the time that I actually talked to the person that was hiring us, got all the information, I probably contacted him and we talked back and forth through the day that he contacted me all the way up until the day before the event. And it was probably 4 or 5 times a day. I keep in contact with you. I make sure that everything's right, nothing's been changed. So I want to make sure that everything is perfect. I know everything can't be perfect. There is going to be flaws in anything that you really do, and I'm just going to be honest on that. But we try to make your evening memorable, unforgettable. There's nothing that you have to worry about for music-wise. Now, the other part would be on getting everything ready for a gig. Is, what... And I don't know if this would actually be right, but I'm just going to say it. We had a customer, like I said, this past weekend. I actually went onto their Facebook pages and looked and see what kind of music they liked. And, that helps out a bunch. They may say, hey, you want a country western music played? We want hip-hop played. We have several different genres that we'll hit on. Like I said, when we sit down for the consultation, which is going over the contract, we will go over. Your DJ may request or may take requests from your guest. And I asked them. I said, okay, so if I have a guest comes to me and they say they want to play, let's say Snoop Dogg, all right, and you put on there no rap whatsoever. That is my responsibility and my partner's responsibility and all of my other helpers' responsibility to let that person know in the politest and most professional way that we are not allowed to play that song for them. Everything that we cover is from 60s, country, top 40s, 50s, 90s, R&B, 80s, alternative. We'll play some waltz, 70s, rap. Also, for these new days, be hip-hop and heavy metal. We also ask if there's any other genres there that you would like us to play. Please let us know on there. Our icebreakers. All right. I will go ahead and explain what our icebreakers are right here on this video, so if some new person is looking for a DJ and they see this video, they'll kind of understand. Icebreakers is an audience participation dances. Your DJ has been trained to help you and your guest become part of the celebration through the use of icebreaker dances. Then it has a list of songs. And I'm just going to give you just a few of them. And what this is, say you want the chicken dance. And you can, what I would do is I would have everybody, I'd grab a microphone, I'd go out in the middle of the dance floor, we'll make, do everything you're supposed to do, and I'll ask, all right, so who here knows how to do the chicken dance? Of course you're going to have some hands raised, you're going to have people that knows the dance, but you're also going to have people that do not know that dance, which the chicken dance is very easy. I will go through a short tutorial of how to do the dance. After I do the short tutorial, Jamie, what if you forget your chicken, huh? I'll find you a chicken suit. But I will show you a short tutorial of how to do all that. And I'm answering comments as they're coming in, so since I am kind of live here, I will go ahead and show you everybody how to do it, make sure everybody knows how to do that dance, and then I'll have my DJ to go ahead and start the music. While the music is playing, I'll stay on the dance floor and I'll dance with everybody during those songs. But just a few of the songs that I'm not going to give you the whole list, but I'm going to give you a few. Macarena, Chicken Dance, Electric Slide, YMCA, Cupid Shuffle, and Watch Me. That's just a few. We have more. We have a lot of fun with those. We always get out there and make sure everybody's having a good time. And that's our number one priority. Having a good time, making people smile. As long as you're entertained, it don't matter to us what you're doing. If you're standing over talking to somebody and there's other people on the dance floor dancing, as long as I can see that you're entertained, that makes us happy. That is our goal for the night. Whenever I ask you for a song or do not play list songs, is well, before I go into that, and I always ask the people, okay, on those icebreaker dances, please list any songs there that you know how to do the dance to that you would like to teach us. We always like to learn how to do things like we're working on learning Copperhead Road and the Blake Shelton Footloose. We want to make sure everything's right on that. Jamie, oh man. Gotta love you, bro. Gotta love you. That's DJ love right there. Jamie is a good DJ, but I've got a lot of other ones. Sean Quimby, these guys, these two people here, we help each other out, and they're a hoot. Let me tell you that much. Jamie always likes to learn things. He tries to do things, and people have to teach him how to do certain things. But he does have a good time in doing that. Just making sure here that everything. Anyways, back to the do not play list. The reason that I ask for a do not play list or do not play songs or anything like that is because, say you have, this is your second wedding, and your first dance to your ex-husband was such and such, and I do not want to play that song and you not feel comfortable. I don't want you to have any of that kind of point at all during the evening. We just want you guys to have a good time. That's really the main point. So that's a little bit of behind the scenes of getting ready for a gig. part 2 is, I can't tell you exactly when I'll be able to get down to part 2. But part 2 will go more in depth. I will actually show you on the computer of how I do everything, what I meant by crates, and getting everything ready to go. So we'll go more into depth into that part. And I want people to understand of, it's not say, hey, bud, hey, I need a DJ for such and such date. How much you gonna charge and all that kind of stuff, all right, cool, not a problem. And they expect me to show up and just boom, all right, let's do this. All right, it takes a lot of times, and hopefully Jamie and if Sean's watching, hopefully they'll give me a thumbs up on that. It's not, DJing is not an easy task. If you have a family, it takes a lot of time away from your family, and I don't like that, but I also love what I do. I enjoy it. I do this because I love the art of music. I love to entertain people. I love to watch people smile and have a good time. I'm not there for me. I'm there for you guys, and that's what matters to me. You're more than welcome. If you guys have any questions on this part 1, please contact me. This is our Local Boys' website that you're actually, or Facebook page that you're looking at now. We put videos up all the time. Take pictures of all of our events that we do. And we share our moments with you guys, with anybody else that wants to see. I will say this. Our newest feature is called Dancing on a Cloud. An awesome effect. I've got some video of that. I've got some pictures of that. And it is just an awesome effect. And hopefully in the future, we will be adding another deal. And I think that it would really help out the DJing part of it. So I don't know if I really should say what that is. Whenever I know more and when that's going to happen, and we get all of our ducks in a row on that deal, I will probably do another live video on that, just that one thing, explaining it, and I may even show you a sneak peek of it. But just, if you're new to our page, please like it, follow us. If you need to contact me, my information is on the page. But like I said earlier, our prices are not what I just quoted you. So don't let this... we also do slideshows. Thank you, Letitia. We have projector. We can do slideshows. On one of my pictures that I have here that I did last week, we actually took the people's engagement picture, and I took time into it and made it into a hologram kind of deal, and I projected it against the back of a wall. And as people came up and they talked to us or they walked by, they could see that. So that's another time-consuming thing that we do extra. We don't say, hey, for this, we'll do this, and yeah. So, and remember, all of our pricing is a flat rate. We don't charge by the hour until it hits midnight, and then it's an hourly deal after that. But thank you for watching. I do enjoy doing these videos for you guys. Hopefully one evening we can really kind of get down, get groovy. And but anyways, thank you guys. Appreciate it. And Jamie, I will get in contact with you. All right, talk to you guys later.